I have a guest here. He's been here once before. His name is EKLY. Kyle, how are you doing today?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
Good. All right. So you had a new single drop on July 10th. It was RAVAGE, correct?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
RAVAGE released July 10th, and then I went down to Florida to with cousins and stuff, and we filmed a music video down over there, so that was fun.
I took a look at it, and let me tell you, I was a little bit holding my breath at points. There was fireworks. You guys need to check it out. As a grown-up, I was like, is this safe? It was awesome. It was so cool. It was on the beach. That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about the song.
The song? Well, once again, I did it in my room again.
Yep.
And, I mean, I was just recording it, like, sometimes I just record to record, and that just so happened to be a song that I liked and just wanted to release.
Got it.
So, yeah.
So do you have the words in your head? Do you write them out? Is it poetry? And then you're like, I'm going to put a rhyme to it. How do you you're like, I'm just playing around and I'm going to come up with some tunes?
My dad asks that sometimes. So I create the beat first, or any type of melody or anything like that. And then I put lyrics to it and stuff like that, and just go with that.
So from start to finish, I'm sure it varies per song, but how long does it normally take you?
I don't know. It depends the time of the day. Sometimes I get tired. I don't know. So the quickest a song took me that was like 2 minutes was a good 30 minutes.
Wow.
Or 45. So something like that. Sometimes 2 hours, 1 hour.
So are you most productive in the morning, in the evening, at night, afternoon?
At night.
At night.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I feel like that's common amongst many creatives. It's like everything else is still, you're able to focus.
Right.
That's very cool. Okay, so how do you put words onto paper? We kind of just discussed that. You just, either the rhythm comes first, or typically it'll come first, right?
Right, yeah.
And then you'll think of the words. Do you write them down?
Yeah. I do
Okay.
always write them down. I forget really easily. So
yeah. So are you like, okay, let me write this down, and then you're like, ooh, that looks really good, or do you go back and you're like, nah, I think I could improve this line?
Sometimes I do that, but like if it really works out with how the song's going, then I'll keep it, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, cool. Question: if you were to perform anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
I want to perform in LA. I've seen Puerto Rico. They've like got some really big crowds there and stuff.
Yeah.
Cuba, someplace, I don't know, just like something with a big crowd, indoor, outdoor. But what I would like really like is some type of concert where it's at night, you know what I mean? And with all the lights and stuff and like the camera flashlights.
Yes.
That'd be really dope.
Yeah, I love that. I do love, it used to be lighters back in the day.
Right.
They hang their lighters up,
Exactly.
and now it's cell phones.
Yep.
How times have changed. What is your favorite project thus far? Do you have like a song, an album? I mean, we are coming up. Is this your second album? Yeah.
The one that's out, or ones that's like in progress?
The one that's in progress. I mean, you tell me, which is your favorite?
I like stuff that's in progress right now. It's a lot better.
Is it?
Just like, more of melodies and stuff, and it's not just like straight rapping all the time. Even if it's still rap, but melodic stuff appeals to more people, you know, and more age differences and stuff like that. So that's what
awesome.
I'm working on now.
So it's a little bit different than the first one that you've dropped.
Yeah, and I do that better and perform, and I feel like I'm more productive with that type of music, and that's what's working right now. But I keep getting in my head that people won't like it or something, but people have liked this other one that I released on Divine, which was 3 Story Tale, and they were like, nah, I really like that though, like, because they can just sit there and like, I like songs that make like aesthetic like songs, and that just make you think, and like, where like if you're in a dark room or something, and just like you get to look at the sky and stuff, and you like with that type of song playing. So music like that, and I'm really good at making that type of music. So that's what this next album that I want to come out with, all that music is pretty much just like that.
That's awesome. Yeah. So you said, I think in a text message to me, that this album is going to be a little bit longer. Yeah. How many songs will be on it?
I don't know. I have no idea.
How do you know when an album is done?
When I'm tired of making the songs. But right now I'm just kind of making them night after night. Yeah.
So do you work on it every night, or really?
For sure.
It's like your passion. Now, when does like you're gonna get back into school soon?
Uh,
So is this
still-
gonna like change your creative flow, or do you still kind of?
No, I still stay up late.
Yeah.
Still late. Even on a school night, and just do music, and then I go to sleep. I normally wake up all right. I mean, last year, I remember being in like civics and economics. I was almost falling asleep, but I mean, I passed the class, so that's all that matters.
There you go. There you go. That's awesome. How do you see your sound evolving in the next couple of years?
Well, right now it's evolving.
It
pretty
is.
good, yeah.
It sounds like it.
I think with the way that I'm taking it right now, it's like really making a difference right now. So that's why I can't wait to release this next thing that's coming out, because then people are gonna be like, "Oh shoot, he's making this type of music. I like it," and you know what I mean. So like, I feel like it'll start to generate more of a bigger population of people that'll just start circling around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said earlier, like, I'm a little bit nervous, or I don't want to get too much in my head, or I get in my head and I'm worried that people aren't going to like it. How do you push through that? Because I think a lot of us, including me, we all have insecurities. Like, did I do that right? Did I ask the right questions? Did we have a good time?
Yeah.
What advice would you give to somebody that has those fears or those same things? Because, you're doing it anyways.
Yeah. Well, it's not even like that I'm getting like scared or nervous that people won't like it, because basically I don't really care about that. But it's more of like, will this go anywhere with this way that I'm going with this music? And because I see a lot of people that are starting to pop off, and like a lot of things that I hear is people always start to pop off with fast rapping and stuff. But like, I'm able to create more aesthetic music easily and do that like better, you know what I mean? So like, that's more, I wouldn't say scared or nervous, just more like thinking about it. I get in my head about that. Like, if I create this type of music, will it even go anywhere? Because this is the music that I'm better at making, you know what I mean? But if I were to give anybody like advice, what I'm doing right now is just completely kind of pushing away everything else and just working on this. Like, I'm not looking at anybody's stories or what they're doing right now. I'm not joining anybody's lives. I haven't joined anybody's lives in a minute. But I'm just kind of just focusing on what I'm doing right now. Because when I look at that stuff and like other videos come up of like people like doing a different type of music, and I see them doing that, then I'm like, I try to do that. And then it's like, I don't know, this is not coming out as easily as the music that I like am able to do better. So
yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I think that's very neat that you know what sounds best. You know your talents at the age of 16. Now you are 16. Happy belated birthday.
I appreciate it.
If you had to sacrifice one skill, which would you least likely let go, and why?
One skill, like what do you mean?
So, I mean, I know you're a drummer. You'd mentioned you did piano in the past. You're a vocalist. You're a rapper. I think you're a songwriter, right? You do poetry. Do you beatbox?
No.
I'm always so amused by people that can do that. I'm like, wow, that's impressive.
I used to have this friend, maybe like middle school or elementary. I would like do this little beatbox thing, and she would do a little beatbox thing, but it was just like a joke. It was like nothing big. I can't beatbox. Neither of us could beatbox. It was more just like making sounds with our mouths. It's like nothing. But I don't know if I have a skill that I would give up. I would have to really think about that.
Well, think about it. I mean, give yourself some time, because I'm curious. I mean, you are multifaceted. You're so talented. You have a vision and a drive. I mean, there's no rush on it, but I am curious to know if you had to sacrifice one. We'll circle back to that. So just keep that on the back burner. Okay, so who is your fashion icon?
Fashion icon?
Yes. Like
I pulled up the Met Gala the other night. I love watching the Met Gala stuff.
Yes.
But fashion icon, I don't know. I have no idea. I would have to you have to circle back around on that one too.
Okay.
But I would have to really
even just
that.
like someone's style that you really like vibe
someone's
with,
style
you
that
love,
I really
yeah.
like.
Where you're like, okay, when I make it, I'm gonna dress like that. Or
Lil Yachty has a weird style. He has a cool style. Billie Eilish has a cool, she does a lot of baggy clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool type of shoes, and she has a lot of stuff going on there. Outfits, not where you are trying to catch someone's eye, but you're also kind of trying to catch someone's eye, but not too much going on. I don't like a bunch of colors. I don't like all that, but just some cool, some that you don't see a lot. I wear shoes like that that you don't see a lot. Like I got space hippies. People are like, what are space hippies?
Yeah, what is that? I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to explain it, but people call them like moon shoes, but they're really dope, you know?
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're on the moon?
No. Yeah.
You cut that one out quick. You were
Yeah.
like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Next. Well, that's cool. That's cool. What makes you smile?
What makes me smile? Women.
That's a great answer.
Yeah. Music. I don't know. You know, I tend to smile a lot, but like
jovial, like that real joy, you
yeah.
know?
You know, friends and family and stuff, that's the real joy and stuff. And music, if I create like a good song and I'm like, wow. Like I remember like creating one of my songs, and at the end of it, when I just listened to it, I just sat back and I was like, holy, you know what I mean? Like, because it was also at night and it was like that aesthetic type of stuff going
And
on.
at night, okay, so do you ever like look around and you're like, but there's no one to celebrate with because you're the only one awake? Or maybe there are people, but like if I accomplish something where I'm like, heck yeah, like that was so stellar. I feel so good. And then you look around and it's like crickets.
Sometimes with me, I like kind of being alone with it though. Like,
yeah.
I like the feeling of the total vastness and just like that type of music that makes you like, just if you close your eyes, then you all of a sudden go into this type of world where you're just like, it's your own world because everybody's living in their own type of world right now. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. I love that. Where do you find your inspiration? Like, where do you, inspiration, where do you find the lyrics? Is it something that you've lived through? Is it something that you dream about? Just like you said, you close your eyes sometimes and you just like see the world playing around you.
Sometimes the lyrics just come to me. So like, I'll show you after the interview, but I got the song I'm working on. But those lyrics just came to me, you know, and like once I create the lyric, I'm like, does this make sense or not? And that it's normally like that. Like, it's like, does this make sense or not? But then you can, because pretty much anything you can say, anything people say, it like relates to something, you know what I mean? Even if it doesn't make sense to another person, it makes sense to you, you know what I mean? So, but I like to create music that like will make sense to everybody, but in different ways, you know what I mean? Because everybody's living their own life, like I said, and in their own world, but can relate to something on a different level, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Do you have a favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Yeah. My trilogies are Pirates of the Caribbean, Transformers. Transformers is great. Spirit is dope. That's it's more of a kids movie, but it's a great movie.
Is Spirit with a horse?
Spirit is the horse movie. Yes. So,
okay.
Yeah, Spirit is dope. Yeah, those are. I mean, I'll watch those on repeat 24/7.
Wow. Okay. Cool. All right, we're gonna go back to the two questions that we did not know the answers to, which were style icon.
Style icon. First person that comes to mind. I mean, whenever I get questions like these, nobody comes to mind.
You're like, it's a draw.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I saw Lil Yachty the other night on Rolling Loud, and he had some weird outfit going on. So just, I don't know. Nobody comes to my mind in particular.
That's great. And if you could sacrifice one skill, which would you least likely let go, and why?
Yeah.
Do you still play the piano?
Yeah, I can't let go of the piano because that's a lot of where the aesthetic music comes in.
Yeah.
So I can't do that. I guess, I mean, out of everything that's working right now,
yeah,
I guess I would, and it has to be like musically?
It could be anything. It doesn't have to be musically.
Okay. One skill I would let go to sacrifice if I could do everything else that I love. I guess hockey.
Yeah.
Probably hockey.
How is hockey going, by the way?
I'm on a little break right now, so nothing's going on.
So summer you kind of take off, but you pick back up.
Completely.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So heading out or like closing out this interview, tell me a little bit more about the second album. You don't know when it's going to drop. It's just whenever you're like, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
How many songs are done at this point?
A good 6 or 7 right now, maybe.
Okay.
But I mean the album will be a lot different for sure, and everybody says that, but I guess you more just have to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't wait. Well, we have to have you back in the studio before it drops, or maybe the day after, something like that. Definitely set up something again. I just want to thank you so much for taking the time with me today in the studio, and there'll be more to come.
All right, for sure.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.